Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Damien, and today I will be covering the collections portions of this presentation. In terms of the collection overall, the Academy of Florence Art Gallery is home to some of the world's most important painting and sculpture collections, significantly the famous sculpture by Michelangelo, his renowned David among them all, which is housed there along with many other sculptures and paintings from the Middle Ages and the Renaissance. They also provide a rich collection of early Italian gold ground paintings from the 13th century to the early 15th. The Department of Musical Instruments, founded in 2001, houses the collection of Conservatorio Luigi Cherubini of Florence and displays around 50 musical instruments from the private collections of the Grand Dukes of Tuscany, Medici, and Lorraine, collected between the second half of the 17th century and the first half of the 19th century. So the first collection I will be talking about is the sculpture collection. The collection of sculptures at the Accademia Gallery is dominated by masters like Michelangelo, Brunelleschi, and Giambologna. You will find an endless stream of breathtaking statues displayed in the exquisite Hall of Prisoners. Also, the Gipsoteca Bartoloni Hall of Models is where you can gaze upon neatly lined rows of plaster casts and models of Bartolini, and Pampaloni's most distinguished works. So here's just a better look of the Gipsoteca at the Academia Gallery, all of these rows that I was talking about. So yeah, it's really beautiful. So now we'll be talking about the painting collection at the Academia Gallery. So Academia Gallery's art collection includes paintings from the 13th century to the 19th century. Here you will find Lorenzo Monaco's late Gothic artwork along with striking altar pieces from the 15 and 1600s. You will also be able to view the outstanding Renaissance paintings by Sandro Botticelli, Fra Bartolomeo, and Filippino Lippi. Lastly, the prize collection is rounded off by the magnificent works of the 19th century artists. So here is another look of one of the great paintings titled Saint Stephen, James the Great, and Peter, completed in 1493. So the first artwork that I chose was, of course, the David by artist Michelangelo. The year he was created was between 1501 to 1504. The location is the Tribune. So Michelangelo's David is a 17-foot high, 203-inch marble statue that depicts the biblical hero David. Michelangelo was only 26 years old when he created the sculpture of David from a single enormous block of marble with exceptional dimensions. The gleaming white marble statue of David depicts the hero just before the battle. So David is shown as being tense at the apex of his concentration in this sculpture. Michelangelo sculpted his David in a relaxed yet alert manner and made him stand in a classical dose known as the contrapposto. So not only did I choose to talk about this art piece because of its relevance in this museum and its impacts all over the world, but because of its message. The statue of David embodies the city of Florence, symbolizing their independence and strength, all in the subtle and perfect image of youthful beauty, which became my real reason for choosing to present and speak more about this sculpture to the class today. So the second artwork I chose to talk about is titled The Coronation of the Virgin by artist Jacopo di Cioni. So the year this painting was made was in 1372. The Coronation of the Virgin is another famous panel painting at the Academia Gallery. It's 81.2 by 44.6 inches in size. So the scenery in the Coronation of the Virgin is heavily embellished with gold and inspires strong religious feelings. The abundant use of gold also makes the painting glow from the base. Interestingly enough, the medium and support for this art piece was egg tempera on wood. My interest in choosing to present this painting had a lot to do with its color, significance, and religious nature. As a Catholic who believes in the Virgin Mary as well, it was interesting to learn that in Italian paintings, the subject of the Virgin is generally shown being crowned by her son, Jesus Christ, surrounded by members of the heavenly hierarchy, for in this context, the Virgin is seen as representing the Church. Thank you.